This is Sky Rey, an ordained Animist minister with Web of Life Church and a Spirit Bridge practitioner. And this is Between Worlds, a podcast where we explore the healing modality of sound journeys. A sound journey is an intentional exploration of the inner landscape through sound. Through rhythm, imagery, curiosity, we step beyond ordinary thought and explore the symbols, stories, and experiences that arise from within. Today's journey is a little different because it unfolds in two parts. The first part presented a question that remained unresolved. I was asked to do something simple, yet I found myself unable to accomplish it. This bothered me for almost a month, and I continued to revisit that journey over time, wondering and regretting that I could not complete it. The second part returned to me that same lesson, but this time through direct experience rather than understanding. This journey is titled Evaporate in two parts. Part 1. As the drum begins, I am already falling in journey space. I continue to fall until I remember my wings, spreading them wide until the falling stops. Instead of flapping or trying to steer in a particular direction, I choose to trust the wind to carry me. Eventually, I see a beach and land upon the sandy shore. The water is calm and inky black. I wade in and dive down into the darkness. A whale is waiting for me. I grab its tail and we begin to swim. The whale makes a deep, resonant sound that opens a portal and we swim through it. When I release the whale, I find myself standing in an entirely blue world. A tall, thin, blue being appears and offers me her hand. I take it. As soon as our hands meet, we dissolve into water. We become flowing water, moving in and out, here and there. It feels like traveling through a maze, back and forth, side to side. Then suddenly, I am a small, isolated puddle with nothing else around me. I hear a voice say, "Evaporate." But I do not know how, and I am afraid. The sun shines on me, yet I resist the transition. If I evaporate, what will I become? Nothing? Non-existent? Then I am shown that this is not true. I see the water cycle of evaporation, condensation, precipitation, clouds forming, gathering, and releasing rain, creating new puddles. It is an ongoing, never-ending process. Still, I am afraid. So I ask my fear what it needs. How can I make peace with it so that I might evaporate? I begin to feel something loosening in my solar plexus, something breaking apart and relaxing. As the tension releases, a small opening forms beneath me. I drain through, pouring downward, until I return into my human form. Now I am standing in an empty space. It feels as though I am standing inside a cube, a box I no longer wish to inhabit. As the drum fades, I say out loud, "I choose freedom." Then I return to the beginning, which is also the end. Part 2. As the drum begins, there is a feeling of heaviness upon me. A pool appears before me, and I wade into the water. Floating immediately feels better. I stretch out my arms and legs, taking up as much space as I can, and relax into the support of the water. Nearby, I hear the crackle of a fire. Lifting my head, I see flames burning beside the pool. The fire calls to me. I leave the water and step into the flames. As I stand there, the water calls me back. Again and again, I move between them, the fire and the water and the fire. Then, as I enter the pool once more, something changes. I burst into steam and evaporate. In the moment, I did not fully understand what was occurring in these journeys until someone explained to me the nature of steam. When heat is added to water, the water begins to warm. At first, the changes are easy to observe. The temperature rises and the water responds. But eventually, something interesting happens. The water reaches a point where heat continues to be added, yet there appears to be no visible change. The process seems stalled. In many ways, life can feel the same way. We put in effort, we do the work, we heal, learn, grow, and stretch ourselves beyond our comfort zones. At first, we see progress. Then we reach a stage where it feels as though nothing is happening. We continue showing up, yet there is no obvious result. This is often the point where we become discouraged and give up. Yet the water has not stopped changing. Although it may appear unchanged on the surface, energy is still being absorbed. A transformation is taking place that cannot yet be seen. If the heat continues, eventually the water reaches a threshold and becomes steam. What seemed impossible only moments before suddenly happens. The first journey revealed my resistance to evaporation. The second journey revealed the process itself. In the second journey, I was not consciously aware or even trying to evaporate. The water did not need to force itself to become steam. It simply needed to remain in relationship with the heat long enough for the transformation to occur. There may be times in our lives when we feel stuck, unchanged, or unable to move forward. But perhaps we are not stuck at all. Perhaps we are in that invisible stage where the energy is still being gathered, where something essential is occurring beneath the surface. Thank you for joining me, Sky Rey, Between Worlds. May you remember that transformation is not always visible. Until we meet again, may you trust the process, honor your journey, and never give up. What appears unchanged today may already be becoming something entirely new.